Hello, hello. I'm just testing here because I you'll see just in the moment you'll see why I need to test the audio. But please, chat, please let me know if the audio is okay. Does anything sound unusual? Oops. Proszę dać mi znać, gdy jest jakiś problem z moim dźwiękiem. Bo wykonałem jakieś zmiany. Bardzo drobną zmianę. I made some tiny change to my setup. So yeah, that's the whole thing. It's not even like tech related. It's just there is something that may be making noise. So it's okay as far as you can tell. That's Brill. Okay, no problem then. I was a bit worried. I kind of like this new top fan thing. That's part of like what made me want to do a stream today, because I saw this new top fan thing. I was like, what is this? So, but we can get into it. Now you'll see why I was worried about the sound, because bam. I'm desperate, guys. I'm desperate. So I have this thing blowing straight at me. Can we connect with you? We have yes. I mean, you are connecting with me right now. That's kind of why I'm doing a stream. That's the whole point of connecting. Yeah. Please do let me know if it gets too loud, because I can totally turn off. But I think there's like some software that is like filtering sounds and things, so in theory should be fine. Hello Sambi, and also hello to Abyss and Shimon. Yeah, I am on social media. Can't guarantee like very prompt responses. If you join the channel membership, I will respond much quickly. That is also actually a perk that I wrote into the membership tiers, so you feel free to do that. But yeah, if you want to talk about something, this is your chance as well, because I literally I just realized this makes the chat kind of hard to read. What should I do? Chat, what should I do? I could move the camera a little bit. I could do this. No, the other way. Bam. Zoom in. Does that make chat easier to read? Oh, I can just move the chat. What am I doing? Go. Whoop. Much better. The links I would go to for one fan to cool me down. I have more fans here writing and chat right now, so we have fans. But this is I'm sorry chat, but this is my most important fan. This is the only one that matters to me right now. But you guys are also important, just not as much as this one. You enjoyed my language sim cameo. Thank you. That was really brief. That was the things that he had in mind. He sort of had a vision for what he wanted for everyone to do. And that's his running joke, the bzz, 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 bzz thing. I think I'm totally fluent in pszczoła. Like, I can speak like a pszczoła. Perfect. Props for reading my name correctly. Your Polish is sick. Oh no, does it need to see a doctor? That's how I discovered you on YouTube. Thank you. I'm kind of coming back to Polish a little bit. That's kind of what I was about to talk about on this stream. I think partly like what my language learning focus or focuses are going to be in the coming year. Because you might have noticed in the past year I've been basically focused just on the British languages, but I'll come back to that later. Yeah, I was saying before I moved to the camera a little bit, I was saying I could actually zoom in a little bit more, to be honest. I keep getting distracted, sorry. I was saying, what was I saying? Yay, that's actually good. Is that a good angle? I was saying I don't have anything to do. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to do like suggestions for future streams. I'm gonna make that a pinned message. Yes, that's part of this is like a meeting. I have summoned you to this meeting today to talk about future plans for this shared enterprise between us. The enterprise being, you know, just me talking on camera and then interacting with you. This is an important shared moment, okay? So this is something that belongs to not just me but all of us. So I'm very open to suggestions. The reason being, I started doing sort of intensive or like not regular streams last year, around summer. Oh, that's almost been a year. I started during summer because I wanted to catch up with my Welsh and then catch up with my advanced class, and then I had my exams to prepare for. So that's sort of been what I've been doing. I mean, I could still do that, but at the same time, I don't have to do that anymore because I have done my Welsh exam. I'm going to talk more about that later. I have a vlog coming out in a certain amount of time, certain number of weeks, where I would talk more about my experience taking the exam. But the point is, my exam's done, so I don't have to do those study streams anymore. But I kind of like doing streams now because it's really fun to talk to you guys. So I'm open to ideas. Should I play more games? Do you guys like doing that? Because like last time when I did a game stream, I asked, "Oh, what did you guys think about this stream?" And chat was like, the gameplay sucks, but the poll was just good," which I admit is probably the truth. So that is the problem we have here. I'm very, very much not a gamer. So like if I ever do any game streams, it will be for the sake of language, something related to language. So either it is a language related game or I'm doing it in a target language. Shimon says, "Man, can I be your language partner? I kind of like Cantonese, especially after watching The Warrior from Chinatown." What is that? Can you tell me more about it? I never heard of that one, but I don't have any friends whatsoever to even practice it. Yeah, definitely. Where do you live? Are you in Poland, or how have you been? Have you been like doing any self-learning yourself? Sam, you joined just study chill streams. Do you have the results already? Good question. No, not yet. I did check. I think it's in the manual depth, the specification. It takes 8 weeks for them to get the results. Also to I guess give me the results, not get the results. So how long has it been? Let me count. I did it in mid-June, so 1, 2, 3. It's been 3.5 weeks. We have another 4.5 weeks to wait before it's out. So that is a bit annoying. I think you will agree with me, chat. But what can I do? Am I a bit worried? A tiny bit. I'm a tiny bit worried. Because the fun thing is, I'll give you some deets now. The thing about that exam is, the specification does not say whether I have to pass every paper. And I know that with lots of language exams, like the big German, French, Spanish ones, you have to pass every paper to pass the entire exam. That's how Benny Lewis failed his C2 or 1 German, because he failed one paper. I asked my teacher, she says, "I think you don't have to pass every paper," but she sounded really unsure. And I'm slightly worried about failing the listening paper. So most likely I'll be fine. I think all things considered, I think I have a strong pass, but I just can't stop that feeling at the back of my head that maybe I could fail it. But then even after I get the results, the next question is like, how do I submit it for my citizenship? If you haven't seen the video about citizenship, go for it. It's one of the newer ones. Because the reason why I haven't done, I think someone actually I like to have something in my hands. I think someone actually emailed me in regards to that video and saying they are looking into the same stuff. And I was like, well, I haven't really done anything, like any further investigation into how to use Welsh to satisfy the citizenship requirements. I haven't looked into it because I didn't have the certificate yet. I mean, I still don't. I don't have it yet. So after I have the certificate, I think I'll try to look into it more, like get in touch with people and ask them if they can help me out to figure out like if I can submit that certificate to the government for my citizenship. But yeah, that's part of the story. That's why I've been sort of like setting that aside. I'm from Poland, but I live in Mexico. Oh, okay. Speak Polish, English, Spanish, and studying French now, plus looking forward to my 5th language. Do you plan on studying Cantonese? Do you need some resources or recommendations? Can't say I have a lot of them, but I can recommend you some communities where people learn and share resources. You watch that serie in Spanish, El Guerrero de Chinatown. It's really dope. Oh, really? Is it in Spanish, or is it just are you just naming the Spanish name of it? You know what? I'll Google it right now. I'll Google it just for you, Shimon. Where is my browser? Hold on. I need to set up the window thing. Which window is it? Zoom in. Okay. This one. I put the Warrior of Chinatown. It's just called Warrior. Is it this one, Shimon? It just says Warrior in English and also in Chinese. It's American. Yeah. When is it from? 2023. Okay, sure. Is it this one? Yep, I guess it is. I might look into it, but I just don't watch enough stuff. I have a long backlog of things to watch, mostly in my various target languages. I'm the kind of person that leaves something on the Netflix continue watching list for so long that Netflix is just like, I guess this guy has given up on it, so let's just take it away from the list. So my continue watching is basically empty. Oh, actually, no, it's currently not empty. I have certain must-watch things like adolescence. Sorry, my Netflix is in Polish, so I have to translate it back into English to tell you. Adolescence, Black Mirror. What is this? Świąteczna burza. I don't know what that is. And then like I have lots of BBC things to catch up with. I'm still finishing the death related shows. There is the one that is in Scottish Gaelic. There is the Marvel films that I didn't even see, which is weird because I used to never miss anything from Marvel. So I have a huge backlog to get through before I can add anything to it. Oh, I saw you could use Welsh. Yes. Is that just as an alternative to English for language proficiency? Yes, indeed. So if you haven't seen that video, the TLDR is, well, do see it after this, but I can give you a brief summary. The legal protections for the Welsh language makes sure that you can use Welsh as like a language proficiency if you want to become British. In theory, you can come to the UK, never learn English, only learn Welsh, and become a citizenship. In theory. Of course, nobody has ever done it. There is that one guy who has done the citizenship test, which is a separate thing. He's done it in Welsh. I'm pretty sure he's been the only one since. The person who emailed me is also planning to do the same, so it's a question of whether me or them will be the second person. But so that's a separate thing. But the language proficiency, you have to prove your language somehow. So in my case, I already have a university degree from the UK, so that is already satisfied. but I want to test the legal protections. So I looked into the law, and for English, there's like a million different specifications, like what exams you can take, what level you need, what mark you need to fulfill the requirements. Whereas for Welsh and Scottish Gaelic, and presumably now or very soon Irish, there's nothing. They just say you can use these languages to satisfy the requirement, but we're only going to tell you how in English, which I mean makes sense. It's practical, but all I can say now is the English requirement is B1, even though the government wants to raise it to B2, but currently it's B1. My Welsh exam is a B2, so in theory that should be more than enough. But the question is, because they don't have explicit law or regulations telling you that they accept the certificate, they could just not do it. So you might need to do some like activism and get like the parliament involved or whatever. Anyway, that's a long story short. Still quite long, but it's a stream. What can I say? A yap. What did I miss? I like Mandarin Cantonese, but goddamn it annoys me to memorize all those characters. I mean, it's doable, but you need to know at least 3K to be able to enjoy content for natives. I always say, like, I feel really fortunate that I have forgotten the pain of learning characters. I don't remember how painful it was, and I see friends struggling with them, and I'm like, oh, poor you. What can I say? I don't remember any of it. It's just like a natural part of me now. So, but at the same time, you don't need characters to be able to listen and speak. So that's what most people start with. Like me with my Cantonese students, we mostly don't go into the characters. Like I try to give them like an overview of how they work, give them examples, but I don't really teach them characters, mainly because it's a huge endeavor and it's not the best use of our time / their money, because when they pay me, they want to get the most out of their money. And if I just spend the whole lesson teaching them like 10-20 characters, it doesn't really help them with communication in like a immediate way. So what I always recommend is I talk them through the how they work, how the characters work, and then I suggest they look into certain resources, and then I hope that they study them themselves, but they usually don't. None of them have done it so far. So I don't know. If they ask me questions, I will teach them, but that's not my priority. And it's the same for my friend teaching Thai, because well, to a different extent, because he says the Thai script is sort of an unnecessary extra layer of complexity. So he starts with just teaching the sounds, and then he adds the script later on. Whereas for me, I just haven't done it yet. I do actually hope that there will be a Cantonese version of those like popular character learning books. What's the famous one? Heisik. Remembering the kanji. If you want to look into the characters, remembering the kanji. There's versions for different languages. I think yeah. So there's the original Japanese one, and then there's the Chinese one for simplified. Oh, there's also traditional. Hold on, I can just show you. No, not this window. Where's my other window? I have too many windows. Ah! One second. That's the one. So this one, I should just move it. Bam. Yeah, so that's a popular one for like Japanese and Chinese, and they have like simplified and traditional versions, and they guide you through how they work and like take you step by step. But the thing is, I want there to be one for Cantonese specifically, because there's characters in Mandarin that are non-existent, or mostly like rare in Cantonese. but there are some extremely common characters in Cantonese that don't exist in Mandarin. So I'm like, they should make one for Cantonese, but that's not a thing as of now. Sam, you would be the first. They've just upped the required proficiency. No, they haven't. No, they haven't, Sam. They want to, or at least Sir Keir Starmer wants to do that. As of like a month and a half ago-ish, when I made that video. I basically made that video in response to that speech, not in response to like the exact policies, but the sentiment that is implied in what he said. So I made that video, but they want to up it to a B2, but it's going to take a while before the legislation gets through Parliament, and I hope it takes forever, because your boy here needs his permanent residence by next year. And if they change it from 5 years to 10 years, your boy's going to be here for like 5 extra years, having to pay taxes and get nothing in return. So let's hope they take it slowly. I'm so close. I'm like this close, half a year away from struggling through the entire thing. I want to say przebrnąć. That's one of my favorite words in Polish. Przebrnąć. That's such a cool word. Yeah. Does it make sense in this context? I can like przebrnąć the immigration process. Hello, Kamil. How are you doing? Sanka, Canto scares you. No, it doesn't. It's such a nice, gentle language, and very, very easy to learn. Just if you have the right attitude, it's easy. I should send you that video I made a long time ago. That's like an 1 hour loop of the #1 Cantonese activist Chak himself saying like Cantonese is easy. Just give it 3 months. Give it a try. It'll be fine. Don't overthink it. Welsh language media would for sure get behind you if they reject you. They'd love that story. If they reject me, I mean, if the media could like pay for my application, then I'll be happy to do it, to give them the failure story. But like, if I have to pay for the two different applications myself, that's like, good lord, how much is it? Like £4,000 in total, 5,000 easily. It's insane. It's crazy how this country just rips us off like that. I like learning the characters in Mandarin, but all the different frictive consonants I really struggle to figure out for you. Ah, right. That's because you don't speak Polish. If you spoke Polish, those would be really easy. It's just a ch 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 and sh sh s. Yeah. Oh, apparently some people are impressed by like the ch, but me like having no problems at all with the ch ch. But because I learned Mandarin in school, so like the Polish ch ch sh sh zh zh, they were never a problem. They didn't stanowić a problem. So I guess I got lucky that way as well. But like lots of people can't hear apparently. People can't hear the ch and ch, as I'm told by being in like Polish learning communities. What do you do if you want to read in your native tongue? I hear there are no many Cantonese translations to books. You must purchase books written in traditional Chinese. Yeah. We understand it. Like we're taught to read traditional Chinese from an early age, so no problem at all. I mean, increasingly I struggle because I read so little Chinese nowadays. Like I do most of my reading, like in the broad sense of reading, I do read a lot, but most of my reading is social media. So I read a lot of Cantonese in comparison to Chinese. So once in a while I'll see a post from Taiwan and I read it. I'm like, what? I'm starting to struggle. Like some words I barely ever see. I have to actively recall what they mean, and I don't read any Chinese books. I mostly read in languages that I'm learning. Surprise, surprise. I read so little already, so I decided to focus my entire effort into my target languages, which currently mainly Welsh. I think I have a Welsh book in my book. I have a Welsh book in my bag not the book in the book. Sorry, I have a Welsh book in my bag that I have rarely read, and I have a stack of Polish books over there. I think like in Polish, I just read for enjoyment. I mean, I'm still learning when I'm reading, because there's like a huge, I want to say sleuth. Why is it when I want to use English, my brain gives me Polish, and I want to talk about Polish, my brain gives me Welsh? Sleuth, like a load of no, that sounds wrong, not load. An endless abyss of vocabulary out there. So even though my, like, among all the languages I have learned, my vocabulary is the broadest and richest in Polish, I'm still very far from being able to casually read a book and like understand every single word. But the good thing is I can easily like guess my way through from context, because I understand so much of it already. So like I have I think one of them is Płynąc w ciemnościach. Where is it? Somewhere up there. And I got that mainly because my housemate recommended it, and she read it in German. No, German or English, either one. And then I was like, hey, that author sounds Polish. And then I looked it up, and it is originally a Polish book, so I just ordered the Polish original, and it's a beautiful cover. Even more so in the original, in my opinion. There's like golden text, and I'm grateful that there is a Polska Księgarnia here in the UK, because obviously there is. You understand slang and sentence structure from Macau. There is very little difference between our dialects, because I follow a content creator from Macau who mainly does food related content, and she lives in the same city as I do, in Manchester. So I just watch her stuff for like restaurant recommendations, even though I can't afford them. But yeah, so the way she speaks, I don't really hear any difference. I think there is a slight difference in accent, very, very slight, and then there in certain specific structures and words are different. Growing up, I was always aware that they like do tone changes slightly differently. Like for slippers, like flip-flops, we say tall high, and then they say tall high. So I'm aware of tiny things like that, but otherwise, our dialects or accents are just remarkably similar. I think that's partly because of Hong Kong media, because Macau's so small, most of them like grew up with Hong Kong media, so that sort of has an influence on their dialect as well, and so sort of levels. It's called dialect leveling, like, and it's happening in every language. Like all the languages with mass media, they just gradually become the same accent or dialect because like they're talking to each other or over the internet and so on. If I wanted to learn one of the Chinese languages, which one should I choose? Camille, you don't kid me. What, you're asking me? You know the answer already. There's no point asking. So that is a very genuine answer. So why are you asking me? You know what I'm gonna say. If you read Polish books, you must read Wiedźmin. Is it good? Like, so my background is I am not particularly into fantasy. Like I kind of like it, but not particularly. So for me to enjoy a fantasy book, it would have to be really good. So is it like that good that it's worth reading, that is worth checking out, even if I don't read fantasy? And let me check, actually. I might just have some of them already. I actually recently I was going through my old browser bookmarks, and it turns out that I bookmarked a page for the complete collection of Wiedźmin. I'm not for the ebooks. I'm not even sure if that page is still there. Like it's so old. Let's see what I've got. Um. Ooh, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's how I do it. Let's move this. Okay. Ulubione. Niedostępny. I haven't been on this website for so long. Oh, Wiedźmin. I have it on my ulubione, in my favorites, but it's niedostępny. Why is it niedostępny? I have no idea. Can I get like a full collect? I remember. Is this the full collection? Yeah, I think that's the full collection. 300 złotych. But actually, on second thought, I think I might prefer a physical book. I'm slightly tired of ebooks, to be honest. I have a lot of them, and they're not very like enticing to read compared to physical books. Where was I? Slavic mythology is dope. It is that good. Would someone in chat like to send me a copy? I wouldn't mind if someone could gift me one. Hold on. So that's a thing, right? This complete collection is now not available anymore. Apparently. Wait. I can coup it. Apparently, I can coup it, but it says niedostępny. Slavic mythology. I think I have a book on Slavic mythology. I have to like keep checking if it's visible on the. I have this. I now ideally recall reading it when I was on the ferry. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? Why was I on a ferry with my dad? Like, were we going to Estonia? No. Yeah, I think so, maybe. That must have been a long time ago. When did I buy it? Yeah. If that's the case, then yeah, I read it in probably like during COVID times. Because we were in Finland and we went to Estonia to do like a COVID test on their way back home to Hong Kong. And my way back home to the UK. Oh, by the way, this is crazy. So I have this ebook on my not e-reader but on my remarkable writing tablet. And then one day I was talking to my friend who is half Polish, and then they were like, "Oh, so my wujek is a writer and he's done a biography on Zelensky." I was like, "Hold on, which biography?" And then they said just the one called Zelensky and it's got his face on the front, and I was like, "This one?" And turns out, yeah, exactly. So I just happened to have my friend's uncle's work on my tablet. I bought it in 2022 when I was on a shopping spree, and it's crazy. I haven't read it, so that's a shame. And turns out I was so stupid because my friend has the same last name as the author as well. I just didn't put two and two together. I didn't connect the dots. Well, mainly because I didn't know them that well back then. When did I buy this? I bought this in 2020. So yeah, I haven't finished it. I was like, wait, maybe I did finish it. I could have finished it. I remember reading a lot about like, what's the name? Is it Perun or something? Yeah, I've read at least half of it. Why am I talking about reading? I need to read chat. Nah, I was code mixing. I was saying buy it, coop it. I can coop it. Code mixing's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So, as I promised earlier, I was going to talk about what I'm studying. I can't talk about what I want to do for the streams because I honestly have no idea. I'm still very much open to ideas, so if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this in the future, please do leave a comment telling me what you would like to see me doing, like what kind of stuff you have in mind. Obviously I will come up with things as well, but like I'm open to suggestions. Um, I could, in theory, just like open, like start a stream and just do Close Master for 2 hours, but like, I don't know if that's engaging. So I'm thinking. There's probably something. So, anyway, in terms of language learning, what am I going to do? I keep telling people since the start of this year, I think, whenever I talk to language learners, I keep saying that I really do want to come back to my other languages, because for the past year or so, I've been focusing on the British ones for good reason, because I was on courses. I am still on courses. I did a full year Welsh course. I'm finishing up my BSL course, and I have actually already signed up for the next courses. But in terms of like how I divide my attention and time, I do want to like focus less on those and spend some time on my other languages, like the bigger ones. And it's partly because I remember seeing how Elise speaks. If you know her, you probably know her, how she like organizes her language learning, and she would, every month she would have like one focused language and then like 2 other semi-focused languages. So she spends most time on one language and then like spends some time on the other ones, and then they rotate like every month. And I tried to do that. I made a calendar for myself. I planned out the full year. I never did it. I never did it. Let's see if I can still find it. Language focus. I can't find it. Maybe I can try to search within my notes. There we go. Oh, I feel stupid. Let me show you here, but I need to be very careful because I'm showing you my notes, and then I could accidentally, hold on, how can I pop it out? Pop out, open in, what? Hello, open a new window, move to a new window, there we go. Perfect. So I can show you this. I need to change the window, which is kind of annoying. There we go. Okay. So, that was my plan after trying to copy Elise. And you can see that was 2023, which is 2 years ago, and I never did it. So yeah, I had a lot of focus on Welsh. I wanted to do Turkish back then. I guess that's not really a thing now. Oh well, what can I say? And then this was my definitive list of languages I speak/spoke. I don't speak Turkish. I can't. I tried to learn some Armenian, but it's not happening anytime soon. I love the Welsh content. Is that going to be going away? You wish. No, it's not going away. I'm riding this wave till the end, buddy. I have things coming up, like, should I spoil that right now? Let's say I will be filming an announcement next month, which will also announce like a project that I will be doing afterwards for my streams. So like I have one thing in mind that I will do on streams. Like I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't want to spoil everything that quickly. But don't worry, it's still coming. Not that I have like lots of ideas. Who knows? Maybe I end up like working for Welsh television or something. I honestly don't know at this point. But like I'm still learning and I'm still on a course. And I do actually want to get to like a good C level, because I have this little pipe dream that maybe someday I can go to university and teach music in Welsh, which would be kind of sick. But that means I will need to speak it like a native speaker. So I need to work hard on it. Right. Like I'm like quite comfortable speaking it, but like my vocabulary is still nowhere close to a good professional level. I need to do a lot of reading for that. Reading and actual like studying in the language to get anywhere. That's the thing between B and C levels. I said I was going to have like a video about like my take on language levels. That's one of my takes. If you want to go from B to C, it's mostly it's beyond language skills, it's professional skills. You need to be able to do lots of complex specific technical discussions. For example, I need to study music theory in Welsh at some point. I need to do that. I have some bookmarks that I never opened. But don't worry, that's a long story short. It is still coming. But I'm surprised. I was a bit worried. Like non Welsh viewers, please do let me know what you think. Because every time I focus on one language, I'm like, am I alienating the other part of the audience? You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy doing every language that I do. That's why I do them, and enjoy making content about them. But at the same time, like for example, when I do my Polish streams, obviously I alienate everyone who doesn't understand Polish. So I worry a lot about this, and I'm still trying to find the right balance between different things. My next video is going to be like more general language learning focus rather than specific one language. So hopefully you guys support that. Please do. I'm working on it as we speak. Haven't you planned to start learning Irish? I personally think it's even more pretty than Welsh. Also, Duolingo course has very good. Oh, I love that Pinglish, that Polish English. I love that. Ma dobre opinie. I learned that phrasing from Closemaster. I do like recognizing things like that. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I'm thinking. I sometimes get compliments on knowing idiomatic phrases such as to nie ma opcji, but to me it's just natural. But then I think about other phrases like ma dobre opinie, and I'm like, I don't think I've used that before. And even in English, for example, like I recently saw a post about how to sound more British, and there's things like I'm off to London, something like that. And these are things that I can see myself saying, but I'm not sure if I've ever said them. And it's the same for other languages. I think for Polish, for example, I'm on a level where I have a wealth. Oh, that's the word, a wealth. Finally, a wealth of knowledge about these phrases in my head, but they're not at the point where I can use them quite yet. Because there's like a progression. First, you've seen it, you understand it, you know what context it's used in, and then the truly hard part is when you're in that context, you need to recall that phrase. You need to be aware that, oh, I can say that. And then the last step is you confidently say it. Because with some slang or like idiomatic phrases, sometimes I'm like, oh, I can probably say this in this context, but I'm not entirely sure. So I don't say it and I don't get to practice. Anyway, I digress. That's a sidetrack. What was I saying? Irish. Not really. I'm not even hiding. I have been doing Scottish Gaelic on Duolingo, mostly for the streak, and also it also has good opinions. Everyone says the Gaelic course on Duolingo is really good, and also the perk of learning small languages on Duolingo is that it's pretty much untainted by the AI bullshit. Earlier, I would have said like, oh, we don't get nice things like reading and listening practices like full text, but now I can happily say that you don't get AI bullshit. So that's a good thing. It's untainted. So I've been doing it mainly because the course is good. I don't really prefer one over the other, but my best friend's learning Scottish Gaelic. He's pretty semi-fluent in it, so I was like, might as well try it out. But I might do Irish at some point. I don't know. I always say that I don't learn two similar languages at the same time, unless I'm fluent in one already. But dabbling is another thing. Like, dabbling is fine. I can learn something for fun. It's only when I learn something seriously then I start getting worried that I might mix things up. But yeah, I tried out Gaelic teacher on italki, and he's from Ireland, so he just casually learnt the other one. Hello, Ludwig. Sorry, I haven't responded, because I've been yapping so much. Have you thought about doing a video on Sindarin or just Welsh and fantasy languages in general? I have actually. I have. Do you have any knowledge in that area? I have it in my list of ideas. Let's see. I'm not going to show you the full list. It's business secrets, commercial secrets. But let me see. I definitely have it somewhere. Welsh in fantasy or in media or also, yeah. Yep, there's one. How Elvish came from Welsh. Or like I'll phrase it in a more clickbaity way at some point, but I would need to do some research. I would want to formulate or like frame it in like a storytelling kind of way. Every time I make a video now, I try to make it some sort of story. I sound like Ollie Richards. Damn it. That's what he keeps droning on about. Oops. Dobry wieczór mojemu ulubionemu nauczycielowi kantońskiego i wszystkim innym. Dobry wieczór wszystkim też życzę. Have you not have other nauczyciele kantońskiego? Because I'm pretty sure you have someone to talk to in Cantonese anytime you want now. Alienate sounds good. Do you want to be alienated? I'm just going to start speaking Welsh now and alienate you. Polka ucząca się kantońskiego. Dobrze, że tu wpadłem. Skąd motywacja? Jestem z Czech. Czemu wybrałeś kantoński? Rozumiesz też polski? Lubię uczyć się języków. I don't even have to read this whole dialogue. I just enjoy reading Polish. Have I mentioned I love Polish? If I haven't, now I have. You will see that. I think in Luca's video I did say that. I just love Polish so much. Swirly glasses. Hello, rugby and football is really popular here. I think it would be really cool if you did a Welsh away. What do you mean away day? Is that like a British phrase that I've never heard of? Away day. Rugby Cymru have just been in Japan, for example. Really? Oh, I should know that. I follow Connor Dog, but I'm not very closely. I assumed he would have covered it, maybe? I don't know. I know nothing about rugby. I'm very much not a sports person, and even less so rugby, because we don't really do rugby in Hong Kong. It's a Commonwealth thing, and are we in a Commonwealth? Anyway, we're not in a Commonwealth. We are in a time displaced version of the Commonwealth. But yeah, I would love to learn about it. I mean, it's an aspect of the culture. It sometimes comes up in my Welsh textbook, and more importantly, it has come up in like the speaking exams. I was very lucky that it didn't. I can actually tell you my speaking exam. Well, there's 4 parts. If you look at my video about the Welsh exam, you will see the structure of the speaking. No, actually, no. Look at my stream. There's 4 parts. The part that everyone worries about is like a punk sosk, the discussion exam. And luckily, what I got for that was too many people go to university. That was my topic. And I was dead worried that I would get something sports related, and that would have fucked me up. Sport. Sport. Troszeczkę. I don't know much. I saw the massive list of mutations in Sindarin. Really? Oh, let's look into it right now. Why not? I have some time. I said I have 1 hour. That was a lie. I have like another hour and a half before I have to be at work. Oh, this is amazing. I actually, I've never really thought about the structure of the Elvish languages. I just know the inspiration, and that's pretty much it. Let's see. Sindarin, grammar. Oh no, diphthongs, monophthongs, consonant mutations. There we go. B, v, b, m, d, W, D, N, G, G, N, G, W, G, N, P, B, F. Oh, okay, so they have the aspirate. Okay, sure. P, F. Oh, it also becomes... That's interesting. Okay. So it's basically Welsh, but with some alterations. In Welsh, you would have the aspirate mutation that would correspond to these. The P becomes F, T becomes Th, K becomes H. That's aspirate mutation. But if it were Welsh, then the nasal mutation would be H, 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 and H. This will be H. So I don't know what these are, but yeah, that's very familiar. Like, not scary to me at all. Wait till you see the Breton and Cornish mutations. They have one more mutation. They have 4 mutations. They have the hard mutation where the B becomes the P. I know because I have the Breton textbook. I was going to mention as well. Actually, yesterday I saw a Breton video, and then I was like, I actually really want to learn it at some point. I want to like legit learn it, but I need a good excuse. Last year I said I had a... No, is it last year? Oh my god, is it? Yeah. Last year I said I had a project coming up. That project didn't come to fruition, so I just basically stopped. But like, I genuinely want to learn Breton. I think it's so ugly that it's beautiful. It's like Danish. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, as for how I want to go back to my big languages, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna just do a lot of reading. I might have to do some like serious study as well. For example, I have a collection of like C1 Polish textbooks on my tablet, and I have zero motivation to read them or go through them. Perhaps if I do that on stream, maybe I will have the motivation. Maybe I should do that. Do you think I should do that, chat? Just go through my stack of C1 Polish textbooks, or maybe German. Or maybe I could do like a Lingoda sprint or some shit, and then like hopefully get them to pay for it. Maybe. Wszystko rozumiem po polsku, ale nic nie mogę powiedzieć. No wręcz przeciwnie, możesz powiedzieć dużo po polsku. Jesteś w stanie mówić po polsku i się komunikować. I love seeing bits of Welsh in games. Sam, have you... No, I actually think that's the first time I was ever exposed to Connor. Like, I didn't even know that was him back then, but like later on I knew who it was, but back then I didn't realize who he was. And that was the first time I saw something from him was when he played a certain game, and then there's just Blythe in it for some reason. And it just means wolf and just someone's name. And then I remember mentioning that I could just go to I think it's RuneScape or something, or some other old fantasy game, and there's just heaps of names that are literally just normal as Welsh words, and they're like, oh, the Welsh word looks cool, let's use it in the game. And if you... I keep recommending things that I've made or have been in because it's all connected, right? So if you're watching, chat or future viewer, make notes. Like, go back to things I've mentioned, videos I've mentioned if you haven't watched, and other things I've mentioned. So when I was on the Speaking Tongues podcast talking about Welsh, I mentioned that I have a theory, which is that Welsh sounds ancient to people because it has an abundance of these like the sounds, and English has them as well, but like Welsh has a whole lot of them. So people hear that and they're like, oh, that sounds very old, and that's why they just take it and then put it in games and media because it looks old and like magical. Trzeba zrobić grupę na Discordzie dla fanatyków językowych, żeby sobie pogadać wszyscy razem. Jestem pewien, że jest ich mnóstwo na Discordzie. Kiedyś byłem na takim serwerze nazywającym się Cave of Linguists. To chyba pierwszy serwer, w którym ja byłem, poświęcony miłośnikom języków. Ale nie wiem. teraz jest mnóstwo, bo każdy YouTuber językowy ma swój własny serwer. Na przykład Language Simp, Elf Evil Dia ma swój serwer i tam no jest całkiem dużo ludzi, którzy gadają o językach i tyle. Zawsze są takie kanały dla każdego języka, na przykład na polski, na rosyjski, na angielski i tak dalej, w którym czasami się gada o tym języku, ale czasami też po prostu nikogo nie ma. To zależy. I często ludzie przeprowadzają się od jednego serwera do drugiego, to trzeba śledzić, który jest najnowszy serwer, najpopularniejszy serwer. Away days are when you go as a group of fans to the stadium. It's not really about the sport, it's about sharing the experience together and exploring the area. Oh, that's kind of cool. You know what? If someone invites me, I would gladly go and then like learn things and probably make a video learning those things. So, you know what? If someone invites me, I'm open to it. It would be fun. There's more than on that wiki page. That's okay. I would definitely watch your stream. Okay. I might look into that. I put that down in my ideas. Live ideas. Polish C1 textbook. Probably less niche than Welsh as well. I still have my that game in Polish that I want to finish at some point. Like, I'm in no hurry because people are not really following for the gameplay apparently. So I'm not in a hurry to finish it, but I do want to finish it, and it's good practice where I completely speak in Polish to myself. Elden Ring. Okay. The whole elf place is filled with Welsh. Yeah. That and oh, I can tell you the story. The reason I discovered the whole thing was when I was learning the word Tardiat on Closemaster, which is origin. Yep. And I thought the gender was sus. Because the thing is, when I'm learning Welsh on Closemaster, right? I never trust the sentence because Closemaster takes most of the sentences from Tatoeba, which is crowdsourced, and for a small language like Welsh, I don't trust the crowd because there's not enough people to fix things, and more importantly, there's a lot of non-standard usage. For example, lots of people, because when you speak Welsh, very often you just leave out the mutations on like certain grammatical features. You just get lazy and don't do the grammar. That's a whole different topic, whether you should stick to the prescribed grammar or not, but that's not the main thing I'm talking about. But when people speak, they don't do lots of those things. And then on Tatoeba, when they write their sentences, they write the way they speak. And then Closemaster takes those sentences. And the problem with that is I have no qualm with people speaking colloquially and taking out certain grammar, but when I want to learn the sentence, the mutations and all the grammar helps me learn the gender and things, or helps me practice the mutations. Like if the sentence never mutates, I don't learn how to mutate it. So I want my sentences to be perfectly correct. And when I see a word either mutated or not mutated, I'm like, okay, is that correct, or do you just bullshit that? So I have to go to Wiktionary and look up the word, or go to Google and look up the word and check the gender, check the plural, check the spelling. Sometimes it's misspelled. And sometimes they also use the wrong pronoun as well, because Welsh has been so anglicized. Some people just use the masculine pronoun for everything, even though you should be matching the pronoun to the thing. Anyway, so I looked up Tardiat, and then instead of Wiktionary, the first result was RuneScape. I was like, what the heck? Did someone just take the word? And they did, yeah. So that's the story. That's how I discovered RuneScape and the whole load of Welsh stuff in it. Privdinas. Yes, Privdinas. That's so weird. Like it's just capital, but like when you use the Welsh word, people are like, oh my god, that's mystical. And Privdinas. What's Tirano? Is what T? Tiranun. No. Fuck off, RuneScape. I want an actual dictionary. Tiran. Is it on Gaeliatir? Nope, it's not on there. I'm not sure if it's a word that is in the dictionary. It could be made up, even though it pretty much looks Welsh. Do people know how to pronounce the W, to be honest? Like, because I literally just saw a post like 2 hours ago on Threads just complaining about the lack of vowels in Welsh, as they usually do. And, but people can just go to RuneScape and say Tiranun with a W. Weird. It is a very old language. I would dispute that. There is... Okay, well, when we say old language, I'm just trying to keep it short, but like, all the languages that we are talking about, like Welsh, Polish, English, Latin, they all came from the same original language, the Tarddiad. Right, so there is... One cannot be older than the other, because if you keep going back, they are the same language. They were the same language. What you could say is it's a conservative language. I'm not sure if Welsh is. I think it has changed a lot, especially since like the Latin borrowings. That's why the Latin borrowings are like unrecognizable, like Trithawd from Tractatus. Lithuanian is a very conservative language. Icelandic is a very conservative language. That means it's changed very slowly. You could say it has a long written tradition, which is true for Welsh. I think that's what people are referring to when they say it's an old language. But that's a discrepancy between how laymen and linguists understand what a language is, because most people, like, they just combine everything and call it language. Like, they don't think about the difference between the spoken language and the written language. To them, it's the same thing. So when they say it's an old language, they mean it's an old written language, or they mean it's been written for a long time, which is true. So yeah, I push back against anyone who says X is an old language, because that happened a lot when I was learning Lithuanian. Like, I had heaps of copy pastas in my comments just saying how it's like Sanskrit and stuff. I'm like, nope. You're cherry picking. Did I just hear Evil Deer? Yes, you did just hear Evil Deer. Man, I could listen to you all day. That's incredible. Why? Am I so nice to listen to? Should I start talking in a like a nicer voice, a gentle radio voice? I could do that. I used to talk in this voice sometimes when I was doing voiceovers and things, or whenever I had a mic in front of me, I would just talk like this. But I don't do that anymore, because I thought maybe if people are here to listen to me, they want to listen to how I talk. But maybe that's also a nice thing to have this gentle voice in their ears. Yeah, I don't know. Tir is, yeah, that's like territory, ground. Anun. What's Anun? Is that... I think they just made that up. Oh, Anun is a word. Sorry, Anun is a word. Oh shit. Oh, that is dope. That's a cool word. Okay, I gotta show you guys this one. So it's a real word. Anun or Anuvn. It just means otherworld. I guess that's like Welsh mythology then. A byd arall, gwlad y tywydd teg. Oh, so the world of the fairies. Isvid, the underworld. Isvid. But you could also use it to mean hell. Hell. Iferd. Cwn Anun. The dogs of the underworld. Cwn helach y donol a ystyrid yn rhybydd fod rhywun yn mynd I farw. Cwn bendith y mamau. Oh, so if you see these dogs, you're about to die. That's a warning. So that makes sense. Okay, at least like Tir Anun sort of follows the grammar, because you have the land of the other world, I suppose, the land of the other world. Yeah, that follows the grammar. It's fine. Tir Annuin. Wait, what do you mean Tir Annuin? Or like how do people pronounce it? Because I'm like, if you don't speak Welsh, you're not gonna actively turn things into a wui. That's too Welsh for non-Welsh speakers. I didn't know Anon was a real word. Me neither. I don't know enough about mythology. I would love to learn more. There is a show on S4C by the YouTuber, the Welsh Viking, who talks about like mythology and ghosts and stuff. Maybe there might have some things in it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll dig into it at some point. Maybe I'll get to like work on an art project based on mythology, like I almost did in with like Breton mythology. I would love to. Yeah, but there's specific words. The word I know best is just Tylwyth Teg. I don't even know why it means fairies, but it means fairies. Have I ever been to Rzeszów? No. Remind me where it is, because I know the name, but that's about it. I don't remember where on the map się znajduje. I'm code mixing again, because sometimes I'm halfway through a sentence and then my brain wants to finish it in Polish. Because I don't know. Gdzie na mapie się znajduje? It sounds more natural than where on the map it is. I don't like how you formulate this sentence in English. Where on the map it is. Where on the... Yeah, but that's the only way to say that. Gdzie na mapie się znajduje? Rzeszów. Gdzie się znajduje? Rzeszów. I'll just Google it. Rzeszów. Oh, it's in the south. Okay, I didn't know that. I should know that. Cool. Near Przemyśl. I know Przemyśl because of the news. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions why I should go there? I'm open to fun trips, but like I need a good reason. I need a good excuse, and potentially a topic to make a video about in order for me to go somewhere. Because I'm poor as hell. You didn't know. Yeah. Okay. You live in Rzeszów, you came, you can practice Spanish with me. I can't practice Spanish because I don't speak it. Oh my god, I'm reminded of that. I will never forget that part in the language simp frauds video where Stefano was like Jable. That was so funny. It's genius that he decided to like Frenchify the word hablo. Jable français. Jable français. Even though I think my Polish was best in that video, without a doubt. I also really enjoyed Tomek's Ist Scheiße. That was the best. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Why don't I? Because I haven't learnt it. That's why I don't speak a language. Why don't you speak Welsh? That's like such a weird question to ask someone why they don't speak a language. Yeah. Whew. I made myself some cold tea, as in probably not very successfully, because what I just did was I made some very concentrated hot tea, and then I dumped an entire tray's worth of ice cubes in it, and then I don't know if it works. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. Now it's all melted. I was actually thinking of cracking open a bottle of 1664 here, because it's my favorite drink ever. My official desktop is now also Arch Linux. Oh my god! Thanks for the meme. Like yeah. I use Arch, by the way. So now as a fully Arch user, yep. You had to say even that without any pretext. Speaking of which, I could show you this, because I know like not everyone is up to date on my Instagram, even though you should be. You really, really should be. But oh, that's so big. Why is it so big? How do I bam. So I got this yesterday. I need to move it. I need to make it smaller. Hold on. It's right here. I'm not gonna lift it because it's all like plugged in. So this is an 8 terabyte hard disk, because I've had enough of having to delete, or like not delete, but like actually also delete, move stuff and delete stuff. because so for my podcast, every time I get the source file, so everyone records an audio file, which is like several hundred megabytes, and then I convert them into the same format, which makes them like around a gig each, and then I put them in Audacity, and Audacity stores the data inside of the project file, so that's another 3 gigs for the project. And I think there now I know better, but like if you use it wrong, Audacity will keep saving copies of the same data within the project so that you can easily undo. So at some point I frequently had project files, podcast projects that were like 20 gigs. And then but now we've started doing like a video as well. So I get video files from every host on the podcast and I have to edit them. There's input files, output files. It's insane. And then this week, for example, I've been recording some calls for my next video, and the 1 hour call was like 20 gigs. That sort of scared me. So I was like, screw it, that's the last straw. I'm gonna have to get something like this to store everything. Yeah. So before that, I had 3 terabytes of internal storage, and then like 3 terabytes of external storage. You have a podcast. My podcast is in Cantonese, so if you understand Cantonese, you're very welcome to come and follow it. I've been doing making like podcast clips from the start of this year. It is linked on my channel page. So you go to links, it's over there. It says podcast channel. No, actually it doesn't, but there's a playlist on my main channel page that links to the podcast. And the thing is, I've been doing a podcast for several years and it hasn't taken off as well as I hoped to. Well, partly because it's a pretty niche topic about languages, and also Hong Kong people don't like listening to podcasts that much. So I was fine with it. And on YouTube, I've just been like putting the audio on top of a static image, and that works for most English language podcasts. And then at some point I realized, oh yeah, Hong Kong people just don't like listening to podcasts. What Hong Kong people do like doing is watch someone on screen yapping for half an hour. And that's really weird because that's basically a podcast, but they have to look at the person yapping. So I started making clips of our podcasts, and it's helped a little bit, I think. But it's also a lot more work. Where was I? You don't use Instagram. Oh, okay. It's like me on Facebook, I guess. Whenever someone sends me a Facebook link, I'm like, oh, wow, I have to open that app. You don't know Cantonese, more into Japanese. That is fair, even though Cantonese is the superior language of all. I had to say it. This is a very aggressive marketing and campaigning. Oh, have you guys seen the latest video where we spoke like all the languages in a strong Cantonese accent? Apparently, a lot of people didn't get the joke, which is kind of the point, right? People don't get the joke, and that's kind of funny, and it's on its own. Sometimes I joke that that's a language simplification of Rhapsody in Lingo. Sometimes I just feel like making something silly like this and trolling people because it's fun, and it's also wholesome, I think, making linguistically informed trolling videos rather than trolling for the sake of trolling. But then someone just commented asking if there's like a companion video of us speaking the languages without the Cantonese accent, and I have to say we don't. We have no proof of us speaking our target languages. Japanese is too painful, especially kanji. It's true. I gave up on Japanese. Did you know that? It's one of those languages that I've studied but I don't speak. like sometimes like I can pull out a few phrases and then surprise people with it, but then I would like insist that I don't speak Japanese because I actually can't have a normal conversation in it. But yeah, I can understand some of it if it's slow, especially. Noswaith dda, sut wyt ti Lothario? Dwi wedi siarad am y cynlluniau ar gyfer gweddill y flwyddyn, ac hefyd be fydd yn digwydd i'r cynnwys yn y Gymraeg. Bydd llawer o bethau diddorol yn y dyfodol agos, dwi'n credu, ond da ni angen aros am y dyfodol tipyn bach. Ond ie, fydd di'n dod yn ôl i wylio y rhan gynharach am y Gymraeg. I don't really have specific plans. Like, I don't really plan out my future videos. Just I have a list of ideas that I want to do. I'll spoil this one for you. This one I can spoil, and it's an idea that I have procrastinated on for way too long. I was gonna do that in May, I think. I was gonna do that in May. I was actually about to film it. Was that May? But then the thing with the government happened, and then I replaced that with the Welsh for Citizenship video. But yeah, so I had an idea to translate the Hong Kong metro system, well, basically the place names, into Welsh, because I noticed that the different places we name our places in a similar way. Like there's a lot of geographical features, and both of the places are quite coastal, so we have a lot of like headlands, bays, things like that, rocks. We have lots of rocks. So I was like, would be interesting to translate either language, places in either language into the other. But I still haven't finished the translation, so I can't record it yet. And I need to think about what to say about it as well. How much Lithuanian have you retained? Oh, like I'm at the point when when I see or hear a sentence, a lot of things will sound familiar, but I can't recognize the words without great effort, let alone speak actively. So basically I can't speak it, but I have knowledge of the language in my head. And that's also the thing. There's this one thing that I hear a lot, and I do believe in, which is that if you learn the language to a strong B2, you never lose it. But if you don't, if you stop at like a A1, which I did, you can lose it. And I do feel like I am losing it. I have lost it in terms of my ability to use the language, but I haven't lost my knowledge about the language. So I know how it works. I know how the declensions work, cases, genders. You have to go, Sam. I might finish soon as well, because I was saying this was going to be an hour-long stream, but what was I saying? Yeah, I know how the language works. So if I want to get back to it, I still have my textbook right there. I can easily hop back in and then like refresh my knowledge. But as of now, I can't speak it. I can't use the language at all in any capacity, which is sad because I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I really don't have a reason to learn it. That's also the thing. I'm not the kind of person who can learn a language just because it's cool or it's useful or that kind of stuff. I need a personal reason to learn a language in order to sustain my motivation. Like I need someone to talk to, or I need like some sort of connection. For example, I've gone this far in Welsh. Well, now I have lots of friends in Welsh, but like for a big part, it was because I connected with the history of the language. I felt there's some resonance between our nations, and that's what kept me learning. Obviously, also because I like the language. I like how it sounds. I like how it works and reads. but the crucial thing that kept me going was the personal stuff. And same for like Polish, for example, because I stopped for a few years. Every time people ask me how long I've learned Polish, I have to give them this awkward answer that I learned for like a few months in 2016 and then stopped for a few years. And then I continued learning like 3, 4, 5 years back. I don't know when exactly, but there was a big gap in my studies. And that was because I had no reason to do it. I started learning because Polish was hard, but that was not a strong enough reason. So I stopped, and then afterwards, I found things I enjoyed in Polish, such as Easy Polish, or I have friends to talk to in Polish, and that's the thing that kept me going. Hello there. Hi there, hello there. You found a new language to learn, very exotic. Oh, what is it? I'm losing my Hebrew. My Hebrew is pretty much gone. My Israeli friends tried really hard to talk to me at the Polyglot gathering, and that made me feel really bad. Mirel, I'm sorry that I can't speak. Yeah, it's a shame. I do like Hebrew, but like again, I don't have a strong enough personal reason. I always say I start with a stupid reason. Like as I said, for Polish, the stupid reason was because it was the hardest language in the world. For Welsh, it was because I live near it. For Hebrew, it's because my name's Israel. But then I need to find a not stupid reason for me to keep learning, and I don't have one for Hebrew, even though I like Hebrew. Yeah, would make some very good clickbait. So like, not gonna lie, if I pivoted to focusing on Hebrew right now, if from next month on this channel is just Hebrew content, I would get so many comments. You have no idea. So many comments about my choice of language. I wonder if Language Jones get those, because I made one video where I mentioned Hebrew even once. I don't even talk about Israel. I just talk about Hebrew, but then people just come and flood my comments with hate, which is understandable, but also it's overwhelming. Is there a language you understand but can't speak? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, easily Norwegian, Danish, understand kind of okay. Japanese, I understand a little bit because I learned it at some point. Slovak, I think I understand Slovak better than Czech. What else? I'm surprisingly not very good at understanding Hakka. Lots of my friends are good at understanding Hakka, but not me. I don't know why. I struggle with Hakka. What else? Russian, probably. Again, not very well, but like to a certain extent, I understand Russian because I learned it. I learned some Russian a long time ago, and also I'm fluent in Polish, so I can sort of draw the parallels. Dutch probably a little bit. Italian, because I learned some Italian, probably some Spanish. Again, not lots of these languages, like a tiny bit I can understand a bit. Yeah, I think those are the ones. With Latin, I can probably like guess my way through. Anyway, where was I? Have you tried learning any language from India? No. I have no reason to. Same answer for lots of languages. Like people say, oh, Israel learned something from India, learned something from Africa. And I'm like, yeah, they are cool, but like I have no reason to do them unless I have a very good friend who speaks them, or I want to do something specific in them, or I live near them. Like that on its own would be a strong enough motivation. But like both, like I live in the UK, and there's a huge part of the world that is incredibly far. And I will realistically not go to India, for example, in the near future. I agree with you. My reason to learn Spanish was love, and to learn French was friendship. Now I struggle to choose another one because I don't have any connection. Yeah, exactly. That's a thing. That's the thing. Because I have lots of friends who would learn the language just out of interest or love for the language itself. And for me, that would be a reason to start learning, but not keep learning. Well, let's see what languages I've stopped learning because of that. Or what languages I learned. I haven't learned any language for love because my partner speaks the same language as I do.
Um, but I have a good friend who does that all the time. So. 아니 미사엘. See, that's a point where my Hebrew is. It's like Lithuanian. Like, I know that I know that I knew the word Mitzael, but I don't remember what it means. I know that I knew it, yeah. And I still have my Hebrew keyboard actually, and I can spell it easily. Oh, what the fuck? That's so weird. Chat, check this out. I accidentally tried to translate Hebrew as English into Welsh, but it just gave me this. Sure, why not? Oh, Mitzael, yeah. Now I remember. So that's it. Even to a lesser extent, it's the same with my French. Like I had a French lesson on italki the other day, yesterday actually, and then there's a lot of stuff that I don't remember. Like even basic shit, like expect. In French, you say attendre, which means wait. And then I was like, how do you say that? And then the teacher says attendre. And I was like, shit, of course. I knew that. I should have known that. And I hate that feeling. That's part of why I can't focus on French, because I always get that feeling and I feel guilty. And I feel stupid when I can't remember some basic ass shit in the language. You understand French but can't remember a word. Yeah, probably to a certain extent, me too. You only speak 2.5 languages. The African languages, they're not pointless. They're not pointless because, like, you don't learn a language to talk to a nation. You learn a language to talk to a person. So it doesn't matter that the national language is French. If you want to learn someone's language, you learn someone's language. Right? I think I might have mentioned that there was one sentence on Closemaster that really irked me when it translated mother tongue to język ojczysty. No, sorry, no. No, that's not ojczysty. Narodowy, język narodowy. And that really irked me because I was like, there is lots of people whose mother tongue are not the język narodowy, the national language. And then recently, I forgot what it was, but like I had a conversation with someone, and then they also equate the word mother tongue with the national language. And then they were like, oh, that language is not the national language, so it's not your mother tongue. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. If it's your mother tongue, if it's your mother tongue, doesn't matter if it's your national language. What was that conversation about? What the hell? I don't remember. But yeah, someone said probably like it is some language is not a national language, so it's not a language, which is just the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? I would probably go for Korean. You love K-pop. I mean, if you love K-pop, then that's a very strong reason, right? Go for it. You've chosen an Indian language. I think it sounds more pleasant. No idea. I honestly know so little about Indian languages or South Asian languages. Like, I've heard them, obviously. I know some names. I know how they look, but I don't know how they sound. English, Manx, and some French. That is kind of cool. Learn some Gérier or something like that. That would be cool. Because it's also, you know, islands around these parts. It's I might do it. Yeah. Oh, where are we? It's 10 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything. I have to work in an hour. So I think I might end it soon, but like, let's see anything else chat says. Oh, I just realized more people have showed up. Chat, let me know who's here, because I thought we were just at the initial, like, couple of people, but apparently more people have shown up. Shown up, not showed up. Fuck me. Bad English. Shown up. Kannada. I don't know how it sounds. Yeah, I know what it is, but I don't know how it sounds. It's also, yeah. I don't know. If I have a good reason, I'll do it at some point. But again, I don't have any. What else do I want to learn? I was saying I do really want to learn Breton at some point. I want to learn Uyghur for real, like not even joking anymore. Was I joking? I don't know, but like I want to do it. I have friends in Manchester who speak it. One of my best friends learnt it very well. I think that was his first Turkic language as well. And then I have other reasons to learn it, some like ideological reasons, and I think it sounds cool. I started looking up teachers on italki. I found some. I saved them. So I'm like, maybe I'll do it at some point. Also, I met someone at the Polyglot Gathering who wants to do the same thing. Someone from the UK, someone in the UK who wants to learn it. And then he was like, oh, maybe we can learn together, study buddies. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll see if I have the time, because I still have my two main languages, the British languages, and then the older languages like German, French, that I want to go back to. But if I were to start a new language now, I might just do Uyghur. I might still do Armenian, but like I don't know. I have no reason to do that currently. Some life happened. Not in a position to learn Armenian at the time. At this time, but yeah, Uyghur maybe. Would that further alienate my audience? Would that be way too niche? Like, is that nicher than Welsh? I can't even tell anymore. I just do whatever I want to do. And then if people like it, they will come, I think, right? Do you like my stuff? I think it's more about my personality and my experience, I suppose. It's unique because most words end with vowels like Italian. Oh, really? It has a beautiful script. Abugida. Oh, is that the Canada script? Oh, I totally forgot that. I know the Sinhalese one. Yeah, Sinhalese one is classic. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how many more languages I can realistically learn. Honestly, I like at some point there is a limit, right? There has to be. But I'm turning 29 in a few months, and I have so much life ahead of me. Do I keep going, and then do I like have to? It's like my hard disk. Do I have to like delete some old languages, or do I just keep maintaining the current ones? I have no idea, but I feel like I have slowed down recently. I haven't started many languages. Like the last serious language that I started was either Welsh or BSL, and I'm still doing them a few years later. So yeah. Anyway, so that is my story of what I am learning, have learned, want to learn. I hope that was interesting. I hope these little mini stories have been of interest to you. Otherwise, I'm sure you would have left already. So if you want to hear more stories like this, or like want to follow my journey, I have a Patreon now. I forgot to sell out. I totally forgot. There's like 11 of you left, so I'm gonna sell this to you. I have a Patreon now. I still have my channel membership. I honestly don't mind if you join either. If you want to support me, depending on your financial means, you're free to do either. I think on the channel membership you get the little badges like Gamil here. You get the little stupid emoji of me pointing at things. You get to see my get to see my member videos. Whereas on Patreon, I'm starting a little community. Like when I post a new video, I'll make a post there where you can have like a private discussion on the video. And I'm still thinking of what else to put in there. But also shout outs. I'll also definitely shout out members. Currently I've been shouting out members in the description of the videos. I'll work out something, but mainly it's because Patreon is about to raise their prices. So I'm like, might as well start one before they do that, so that I can keep the older price. So yeah, I have a Patreon now. No pressure, but if you want to support me, channel membership, Patreon. Also, this
I'm fundraising. It's not working yet, but you know what? I'm still keeping it here. If anyone wants to help me with my studies, as in like financially help me with my language learning, it's right here. So I'll just finish off here. Actually, I should improve my French and German, but I've been learning to write Canada. Oh yeah, it's like me spending like 2 weeks learning Armenian characters. I miss that. I miss that so much. I want to go back to it. Oh well. Yes, those are the emoji. Oh wait, can I have more now? Hold on, because the number of emojis I can have is limited by the number of members I have. Let me check. Memberships, emoji. Okay, currently I have 5. It's all silly faces of me. Gamil, if you have any suggestions for other emojis, feel free to suggest them. I think I can make 2 more. Oh no, sorry, no. I cannot make 2 more. If I get 2 more members, I can make 2 more emojis. Yeah. Hopefully. So 5 is the maximum now. So you know what? If you get more people to join, I can make more emojis. Anyway, enough selling out. That's kind of a lot of selling out for one stream. That cracked that peaks the audio. I'm very happy to be back. I didn't do any studying today. I just kind of felt like talking. I will have to go to work very soon. I'll probably eat something, to be honest, before that. But thank you very much for joining me today. I hope to see you in the next one, probably in a few weeks' time, maybe. Not next week. Maybe the week after. Maybe I'll do that in 2 weeks.